Okay, good morning everyone, and let's quickly move into today's class. And today's class will be from 5.5, a competition of working capital. I'm sure you know what is working capital. You might have come across this word working capital. Now, this working capital is nothing, it's just the axis of current asset over current liabilities. And we will be studying the meaning and types, and besides we will also be studying about the factors affecting working capital. Now, this in this class, I'll be just taking up only one. That is the meaning and types. The factors affecting working capital, I will take up in my next class. So I just want to make sure that you understand it well. So I'll be taking up this 5.5 in two classes, not in one class. So today we will be discussing about working capital. So my dear students, dear learners, what do you understand when you hear the word working capital? So basically, working capital is nothing, it's just the axis of current asset over current liabilities, and it is used for meeting day-to-day expenditures. Now, here the definition is given a little different, and we have two types of working capital. Some examples are also there. So working capital refers to axis of current asset over current liabilities, and then we will find out gross working capital and net working capital. So first, let's quickly go into this gross working capital. This refers to the investment in all current assets. You can see here. Let me zoom it. Yeah, it's more clear. This refers to the investment in all current assets such as cash, bills, receivable, prepaid expenses, inventories, etc. These current assets get converted into cash within an accounting year. So I'm sure now you're clear about this, which means the investment in all the current assets, which can be cash, which can be bills receivable. Current asset will, which means short, quick asset, liquid assets also we can call it, which can be converted into cash very easily. Now these current assets get converted into cash within an accounting year. So some of these examples of current assets which are in order of liquidity for gross working capital can be cash in hand, cash at bank, debtors, marketable securities, finished goods inventory, bills receivable, work in progress, raw materials, and prepaid expenses. And now I'm sure when you have prepared the balance sheet of any type of business, whether it is sole proprietorship or partnership or company, I am not sure whether you have done for a company or not at class 12. So you might have come across all these expenses also, which comes under current asset and current asset in a balance sheet. Next is the net working capital. This refers to axis of current asset over current liability. This is just the net working capital or working of capital. Gross working is just the investment, but net working capital or working of capital is the axis of current asset over current liabilities, and it is not an investment. As we generally we read this is current asset over current liabilities, but when it comes to gross working capital, it is just the investment in current assets such as cash bills, all these things. Current liabilities are to be paid within an accounting year. Example, bills payable, creditors. Current liabilities are sources of funds here. Examples, bills payable, creditors. So working of capital, it refers to mostly the current liabilities because it is the axis of current asset over current liabilities. So current liabilities are to be paid within accounting year. And suppose a company gets credit for maintaining stock which is a current asset gets created with the credit purchase which is a current liability. The net working capital can be negative also when current liabilities is current liability exceeds over current assets. The net working capital indicates the liquidity position of the company. The positive net working capital implies positive liquidity position, whereas negative net working capital indicates weak and poor liquidity position. So this is what this networking like networking capital is all about. Now below you can see that there is factors affecting the working capital. This I won't be taking up in this class because it will become very lengthy. We have got so many factors that affect working capital, so I'll be just ending it up here. Here I have added the note of this something, the working net working capital, but I won't be discussing because you won't be getting that. So I'm just to this only, which means just the meaning of working capital, then the types of working capital, which is gross working capital and net working capital. Working capital is just the investment in all current asset, but net working capital is the excess of current asset over current liabilities. Please try to know the differences. Without knowing the differences, it will be difficult for you to differentiate both. So this is all about computation of working capital, but the factors that affect working capital is a very important part of this from the examination point of view, and I want to take it a bit deeply, which means I want to explain in such a way that even without reading it properly, you can easily answer it if it is asked in exam, and asked in the sense like if this question is asked in the board exam. So the points, if you remember the explanation, you can give it from your part if you understand the points properly. So that's why I want to take up in a separate video where I can make use of the complete 10 minutes. We know our video is prepared as per the timetable. It's a 10 minutes video, which means we prepare it with 10 minutes to make it very interesting for you. Who knows, if it exists or if it's very long, you might feel bored. As human being, we tend to lose our attention in a very short span of time, especially when it comes to digital uh, learning, and it's not entertaining and there is no background music and all these things, not advanced computerized techniques have been involved here, so you might be bored. That's why I thought like I should end up in this unit, though small, but I will end up in two videos. So that's all for today, and please go through the PDF properly and try to know what I have explained or what I have come across today in this class related to working capital. Stay safe, everyone. The situation is still not favorable, but we can just keep praying and hoping that good time will come soon. So take care, everyone. Have a good day. Take care.